Hey friends, my name's Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we're going to start our Christmas album. We are making a Simply Magical portrait version Christmas album using the winter ornament background design and paper collection. I'm actually getting started on this a little bit late and I apologize for that, and I actually wanted the first video to be up today, the day I'm filming this, so hopefully I can get this recorded and edited and uploaded today, even though it'll be really late from my normal time that I upload videos. But anyways, so today we're gonna do a couple updates. Here is my winter ornament embellishment ephemera keeper. So I made this using the Basically Amazing foundations and add-on scrap journal, and I can share right up here. I can share a playlist of something similar that I made, and I used the, what size is this? I used the B size, printed these onto vellum. So this is all of the embellishments that come with the winter ornament paper collection. So these are all watercolor paintings of mine that I've done, and I made them into a printable for you guys. Okay, so all of that stuff is linked down below. All of the things that I'm using, there is a list of, I made a collections list in my Etsy that I put everything that I'm using that's in my shop in that list. So you can click that list and you can see all the things that I'm using. That was probably an easier way to tell you than the way I've already told you. And there's also a playlist for this album. I will link it up here in the cards and down below in the description box. And the last thing I want to remind you guys is there is a giveaway during this project. It starts with this video. And what I'll do is, real quick, I will insert footage from a previous video where I quickly went through what is part of the giveaway. So there'll be 2 winners. And what you need to do is, first of all, you need to be a subscriber to my channel, and you need to leave me a comment below all the videos in this album series. So what I'll do is, at the end of the album series, I will pick 2 different videos and do the YouTube comment picker and pick the winners that way. Okay, so I will add that footage of showing you what I'm going to be giving away now, and then I'll be back when it's done. Back in the day, before the pandemic hit, I was gathering paper collections. I know a lot of you are going to be pretty excited about this. I haven't been doing this so much lately, where back in the day I would buy 2 or 3 sets of whatever paper collection I was using in order to give one away to you guys. So I'm going to start doing that again. So for this Christmas album, I am going to give away this, I think there's actually 2 sets in here, this paper collection. So how to enter, once, and I'll tell you this again, but I mean, you're kind of crooked. Hang on. Sorry. Nope, I made you more crooked. Once the album begins, all you'll need to do is leave a comment under all of those videos and give me a thumbs up, be a subscriber, and then at the end of the project, I will pick, I think it's going to have to be 2 because I think there's 2 sets in here. I will pick 2 different videos and I will pick a comment from those videos, like a random YouTube comment picker, and that person will win these paper collections. I'm not sure you can even get these paper collections anymore. We're getting ready to dive in and look and see what we have in here. It's open to everyone, but if you live in a country where the shipping is ridiculous, then we're going to have to work something else out. So just FYI, I don't mean to be like that, but you know, when it gets to be $40, $50, $60 in shipping, it's just too much. So even 30, even 20 can be too much. So anyway, so we'll just have to work something else out, whether I give you a coupon code for my shop or whatever. But anyway, all right, so let's look in here and see what we got. Okay. I mean, this, look at, this is stuffed. So, let me see. This is a Prima collection, and let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Oh my goodness. Maybe I should sort some things out a little bit in here. I don't know. All right, let me do a little bit of sorting really quick, and we'll get to it. Okay, I'm just gonna say something. All of these flowers that I've just laid out are different packages. They are all for the exact same paper collection, Love Clippings. This may be a little bit too much. I'm just gonna say it. I think they may have been a little too, just too much. It's just too much. There's too much. I'm glad that they don't do this anymore. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 different flower packs for this paper collection. And I'm not even sure that's all. I'm not. And these are Love, what was this called? Love Clippings. And what year is this from? This is from 2016. So this is 6 years old, this paper collection. Not sure if you can get it or not. Okay, excuse me. And then I also have the ephemera pack, which comes with stickers and whatnot. And yeah. Okay. So okay. Let me, I didn't realize how much was in here. Okie dokie. So, we did use this in a project. So, this is the leftovers, it looks like, from that project. Let me look in here and see what's going on. Okay, so yeah, we've got all the different flowers that I didn't use, because who needs that many flowers on a project? Apparently we did back in the day, right? What's this? Oh, chipboard pieces. So I don't have 2 sets of chipboard pieces, I just have the one, as far as I can tell. So there's that. I remember this too. These were sent, and which made no sense. It did not match the color at all. And then here is the sticker sheet. And flowers I didn't know. Oh, there's a butterfly. So these were embellishments that I made back then. How cute. How cute. You know what? I will find the album that we made using the Love Clippings, and I will link it up here in the cards and down below. But I made like these sweet little letters, you guys. These little these little poofy envelopes. And these metallic frames. Okay. All right. So yeah, I will find that actually, let me go find the project itself. And I'll be right back. Okay, here it is, you guys. I found the project. So this is the medium keepsake box. Oops, my little dangly wasn't out. the medium keepsake box. And I don't think anything happens here on the cover. It's just a dimensional stack of letters, right? And then there is the mini album that goes inside. So yeah, I will link this project for you guys. And then here's the little mini album. Wow, this was a long time ago. And it opens like this, right? And there's envelopes. This opens like this. This is the right collection, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is the right collection. Yeah. What else we got going on here? So we got this. Oh, there's side pockets, envelope or inserts. There's an envelope there. So sweet, so sweet. There's the little poofy envelopes right there. What's inside there? Yep, there's that window. Gosh, do you guys remember this one? If you guys, how many of you have been around long enough to remember this one? I think that goes like that. And then insert here. We use one of the wood backgrounds. Oops. Come on. This may be one of the few albums that I actually have made where it's this way, where it opens up like this. Right? So cute. I can't believe this is why I keep all my projects. This is why I never sell them or get rid of them, because, you know, these are very inspiring to look at. And they give me so many good ideas, and ideas that you forget you even did, you know? All right, so this beautiful project is, I'm pretty sure, what we made using this paper collection. So yeah, so check it out. I love it. It's beautiful. All right, back to this mess that we have here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. One winner is going to win, whoops, all of these opened packages plus a 6x6. I'm just trying to look at the paper really quick, just to be sure that it's the right. I'm pretty sure. This one's got stickers in the back. Remember when they used to do that back in the day? Yeah. Okay. And then there is a bite. What's that say in front? It says Our Love. I'm pretty sure, right? So 8x8 paper pack. And then there is a used 12x12, which has the stickers and a big sheet of stickers and alphabet stickers. And it has the 3x4 journaling cards. Back in the day. I think there might be, hang on, I've only got so many hands. Oh, I thought there might be 4x6 journaling cards. There might not be. But anyway, okay, so yeah, the 3x4 journaling cards, are they just one-sided or double-sided? They're just one-sided. So that's cool. So you could use the solid sheet, or you could use the 3x4 cards on the one side. Alright, we're going to have to flip through one just because. And then they have a sheet of just 3x4. Okay. So anyway, you're going to get this used pack from when we made the project, and then there's a whole unused pack of the Love clippings. This is a Frank Garcia. And then you'll get all of these other things, right? All of these opened packages. And then there'll be a winner that gets all of this. So we'll do this giveaway during our Christmas album project. So 2 winners. Each one of you will get a full paper pad. Well, what's in the paper pad? You get collection kit that has 24 double-sided papers, 1 alphabet sheet sticker, 1 type and tab sticker sheet, 1 journaling card sheet. Yep. And then you'll get a full, well, I don't know if these are full or not, 8x8 paper pad and 6x6 paper pad each. And then one of you will get all brand new embellishments, and then the other one of you will get the used paper pack and all of these embellishments in here that I opened for that project. Well, no, the sticky won't work. Do you guys remember this project? Did you like this project? Okay. All right, you guys. What's in here? A pack of flowers fell down. Okay, so if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments, or you can send me a message through Etsy about the giveaway. You just have to be 18 years or older. You have to be a subscriber to my channel, and you need to leave a comment on all the videos. Okay. Today we're going to make the covers, and since we are so running out of time quickly, we're going to make a two-fin album, I'm pretty sure. So what we're going to need is, this is my workbook. This is the Simply Magical workbook. I actually have a video on this. So the first video in this playlist will be the introduction to the templates. The second video will be making the workbook. And I may even add that video where I was talking about what I'm going to be using and the giveaway paper collections. I may add that, and then this will be the next video. So this is my workbook. This is a physical workbook. You have to make this workbook. You cannot purchase this physical workbook. You purchase the digital printable, and then you print it out and make your own workbook. So page P1 is the template for the covers. So I'm going to pull that out, and then I'm also going to pull out this. This is the mat. Page P22 is the mat for the cover. So if you've been around a while, you already know that, whoops, these are stuck together here, that when I make my workbooks, you get I print off a set of the templates that you trace, and then a set of the mats that go on top of the template. And I put them all on the same page so that they're easily accessible, and I know exactly where to find the mat to the cover. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 fins, and we're going to be doing the portrait cover. Yep. So you have a choice. It's up to you. You can do however many fins you want. I'm just going to do 2 for this video series, but you can do 3, 4, and 5. You can even modify it if you want it to even more if you wanted, but that's getting really thick. So, all right. And there'll also be timestamps below this video if you would like to jump around. I know I'm feeling a little scattered because I'm recording later than I wanted to, so just bear with me. I'll calm down, I promise. Alright, then the next thing I'm going to use is, this is a medium weight chipboard. And I have everything linked in a special Amazon list that I have for this project. I have it linked down below. I make lists for each and every one of my projects so that you guys can see exactly what I'm using if it's linkable in Amazon. And then I'll also link other things down below of stuff that I use. So the description box is a very useful place for information. So what I'm going to do is, this is medium weight, or 30 point or 0.30 or something like that. I don't know how things work out. I don't know why they have to make everything so complicated, but you could, if you wanted to, you could take 2 cereal boxes and glue them together. You could use corrugated cardboard. You could use whatever material you want for your covers. So it's just as long as it's sturdy enough for your covers. So I'm going to lay this on here, and I say that, you could even make cloth covers if you really wanted to. And I'm going to trace, I'm going to lay this down on my cardboard here, my cardstock. I'm going to trace one out, and then this should be able to fit both front and back cover. Yep. So I'm going to trace that out. And then I'm going to trace the spine piece right up here. I'm just going to add this. So this is a 12 by 12 piece of chipboard. Did I call it cardstock? Chipboard. This is chipboard. Goodness gracious. And I will put these back into my workbook in a minute. Then I'm going to cut these out. So this is a Score Pal craft mat. I'm going to grab my ruler and I'm going to grab a Scotch craft knife. So I think what I'll do first is I'm going to cut the excess chipboard off. So I find it best to do several gentle passes to get through the chipboard. It's not as hard on your hand, and that way you get a super clean cut. So there's that one, and then I'm going to cut the spine piece away. Okay, the next step is I'm going to make some Tyvek, T-Y-V-E-K. This is actually from an envelope, I believe, a mailing envelope. You can buy these. I'll have them linked in my Amazon. I think I've also linked sheets of Tyvek. So this is going to reinforce my covers. You could use other things, like you could use bookbinding tape. You can use fabric. There's all kinds of things you can use to make sure that your spine piece, where your spine piece and your covers connect, that these areas will not tear. Okay, so that's just basically the whole point of adding this particular step. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 6-inch. This is a roll of 6-inch double-sided adhesive. This one is from scrapbook.com. I'll have it linked below. They usually almost always have it on sale. This is probably one of my favorite things for mini album making when it comes to making the covers. It's quick, it's fast, it's strong. It holds well. This piece here is 12, and I don't know what all the width is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have 8 inches of this covered. So 8 by 12 is what I want to cover. So I'm going to take and roll this out. 6 inches here. I have my 6-inch roll, and I also have my 2-inch roll sitting here. Again, I'll have my tape resources linked down below, and then in Amazon I will link the score tape one for you guys. So if you wanted to get it off of Amazon, you sure could. Okay, so I'm going to start on a straight edge here, and I'm going to lay this on here as best I can. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect. Oh, where are you going? I don't know. Look, I just completely messed that up. I don't know. I was looking at something else, and I totally just pulled it right off of the edge there. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so then I'm going to trim this down a little bit neater, please. Like that. And then I am going to run a piece of this 2-inch tape down this area, right next to this. Oh, and it just grabbed right on. Well, I just need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I wonder if it'll come off. No, I better not. So, since I messed this up so thoroughly, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to burnish it, and then we're going to see if I need to add any more tape. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, And this is a Fiskars Precision Heavy Duty Paper Trimmer. My favorite. I've been using it for years. It sharpens, it self-sharpens, so you don't have to replace a bunch of blades. I used to hate that. I used to hate that so much, having to buy those little blades all the time. So I'm gonna just get that straight there. And then I'm gonna flip this around and I'm gonna cut one 4-inch strip off of here. Like that. And then I'm going to cut another, let's flip it this way, another 4-inch strip. And see, well, I'm not going to cut it just yet. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm going to put a piece of tape on there real quick before I do that. That one's completely covered. So I'm going to grab, what am I going to grab? I'm going to grab, what's this one? It's too much, but I'm going to grab it anyway. This one is, what is this? 3/4 inch scrapbook.com tape. So I like having all the sizes. You guys know that. If you've been around a bit, you know that about me. And I'm crooked again, but that was just because of the tape being crooked in the first one. Tear that off, put that back, burnish. All right. Now I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches. Just trying to give myself plenty of room. And then this one, this 4 inches, I'm going to trim down to, let me see, the cover size, a smidge shorter than the cover size. That's what I'm going to do. I don't guess it has to be a smidge. Let's do 8 1/4 or 8 1/4. I'm going to trim it down to 8 1/4 height. Let's do it this way. Let me straighten this out. Can you guys see? I think you can. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up attaching this piece here, the spine. I'm going to attach it in the middle, and I'm going to remove the tape backing off of that 12 by 4-inch strip of Tyvek. Come on. Well, I'm not doing myself any favors, am I? Alright, so I'm just going to try to eyeball it in the center. It's not going to be, because you guys know how good I am about eyeballing. I'm going to stick that down. One of the things I like to do to give myself plenty of room, hang on, what have I done with my tape here? Hold on. I like to use 1/4 inch tape. This one is also scrapbook.com. It's a little cheaper. And I like to run it right next to that spine piece because I know exactly where to lay my cover pieces in doing that. But you don't have to do this. You can eyeball it if you want to. Okay, I'm going to burnish that. Oops. And then that one went crooked on me. Alright, so then I'm going to pull this. I'm not going to pull that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cover and I'm going to eyeball it on the height to see if it's the same. Pretty good. I'm gonna line it right up next to that piece of tape and put it down. Same on this side. Except I did mess up this piece of tape on this side, so let's go like this. We'll fix that right now. Alright, again, hold it at an angle, eyeball it, top and bottom. Yep, looks pretty good. Alright, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the edges here. I'm going to bring that tape up just a little. I'm going to bring this piece up and over. And I'm going to get it in the grooves. Okay, same on the other side. Okay, so then this piece here is going to go, the one we cut a little bit shorter, is going to go on the inside here. And so we're going to have one solid cover. So I am going to remove the tape backing off of these two pieces. Put it in the middle there. And I'm going to remove the tape backing off of, whoops, let's start with this one. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to match it up as best I can. And it's not that big a deal if it's not perfect, because this is going to be covered up. So we want to get in them grooves there. This is one of those ergonomic Teflon bone folders, but if you don't have that one, no worries. You can still use a regular Teflon bone folder to do this exact same thing. That one had something on it. Just like that. And then you can burnish the rest down. These are sometimes hard to find, so I just kind of wanted to make a point that you don't have to use this one. Alright, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side and burnish. So now we have a constructed cover. And now we're going to cover it. Actually, I think I'm going to put tape on it first. And then we're going to cover it with my favorite coffee stained 11 by 17 copy weight paper. And this is my favorite way to cover my covers, my chipboard covers, because it always goes with everything that I do. And you can always cover it up. You can also just use white cardstock. You could use black cardstock. You could use colored cardstock. You could use whatever you want, period. So I just choose to use a coffee stained paper. And that way I've got a completed, covered cover, so you don't have to look at this chipboard the whole time we're making the album. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cover these with some tape. So I'm going to pull out, let me scoot to this side just a little bit. I'm going to pull out a good length of, well, maybe, of tape here. I do have 8.5 by 11 sheets, but I think it'll be just as easy to do this. Careful. All right. So I'm just going to cover the entire outside. You can always just use liquid glue if you prefer. What if I did my 2 inch and then my 3/4 of an inch let me do that, because the 4-inch just seems kind of wasteful. You can always use liquid glue. You can do a combination of both tape and glue. You can use 1-inch tape. You can use a whole bunch of 1/4 of an inch tape. Use whatever you have, whatever you like. You do not have to use exactly what I use. But, you know, if you do invest in things like this, they do last you a very long time. So, I think if you make a lot of books, you are making a good investment. Just my opinion. Just my thoughts. And then this is 3/4 of an inch tape. And I'm going to run that along this edge here. Alright, so let me grab my piece of coffee stained paper. I'm going to pick a side that I want it to be out. So I'm going to stick it down to this side like this. And let me move this out of the way for a minute. So the first thing I want to do though is I'm going to go back to that 3/4 of an inch tape. And I'm pretty sure, well, first thing is I'm going to put it along this long side. I'm just going to go all the way down because I don't actually know exactly where it's going to stop. And then I'm also going to put it along this side here. So one short side and one long side, so we can butt the covers right up to that. Alright, let me burnish that down really quick. Okay, so we can just lay this on here like that, and it will be nice, neat, and tidy. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit of this off. Look, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to come down to there, or maybe a little further. Come down to the edge of the spine piece. And same here. Okay. So then I'm going to flip this over and hold it up on a bit of an angle. And line it up on one edge and then the other. Just like that. And now I can remove all the tape backing and I can just walk it down just like that. Alright, the next thing I want to do, so I'm going to go around the remaining 2 edges with my tape. And then the next thing, I'm going to take my right angle tool. This one is an Etsy store. It's created by Darlene, or Darlene by Heart, I think is the name of it. I will link her down below. She has these really cool purple ones. You guys know I love my purple one. Okay, and you just set it on the corner here, and it makes the perfect slice on that corner, so when you go to fold it, it's super neat and clean. Plus I use it as a tape tearer as well. Okay. Alright, move that out of the way again. I like to start with my long edges. I've noticed a lot of people do it differently. Some will start at the long edge, some will start at the short edge. I don't know, I like to do the long edges and then the short edges. So I like to just tilt this up and then fold it over, just like that. So then I come back and just burnish it down. I like to run along the edge there. Then I'm going to do the same thing to this. So we got one side covered, and now we need to do the inside. So now I'm going to grab my book again, my template book, and I'm going to put these back. And I'm going to grab the mat for the covers, and I'm going to use this for the height of we're going to cover this whole piece, but I want to use this as the height of how big it should be. Okay. So which side do I want sticking out? So I'm going to lay this on here. So we know we need at least 2 of this, right? You like my measuring? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do at least 2. Actually, let's go ahead and mark it all the way down. That'll be easier. So I'm just marking the mat all the way down, like that. And then I'm going to put this on here, and then I'll mark it. Down here. So I'm going to mark this here, like that, and then I'm going to use a straight line to mark it like this. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I will put the tape on first and then trim it out. So we don't want this piece or this piece, we're going to use this piece. Okay, let's go this way. So I want to make sure I go past my line just a little bit. Maybe come down just a little bit. I feel like I'm shaking. I'm sure I am. Okay, then I'm going to cut the tape away. Alright, you could get your paper trimmer out if you want. I'm just going to use my ruler and craft knife. So if you want to use your paper trimmer, feel free to do that. I know some of you don't feel comfortable using craft knives and rulers. You could use a rotary tool. Okay, so you see, we made sure that the tape made it all the way to the edge by going over the line that I put on there. Okay, this one I'm going to do the same thing, line it up. try to move that down without moving my blade. Yep. So again, I went over, there's what, 1/4 of an inch or so over top of the line. And now we got it completely covered. Now I am going to attach this down. I'm going to do the same thing. Well, first I'm going to check to make sure it fits. And it does. It might be a little long this way, but once we get it into the grooves, I bet you it's going to be good. So yeah, and it doesn't matter because again, these things are going to get matted, so it's okay. So we're just going to take the tape backing back just a little bit. We'll just do a little bit at a time. Okay, then actually I'm going to kind of lay it on there like that so that I know exactly where I want it. And press it down. Another good reason to cover the whole entire thing in tape is that it will burnish flat. So you don't have to worry if there's wrinkles and stuff because it will literally burnish down flat, and when you use coffee stained paper, it just looks natural. It just looks cool. Alright, so I'm going to walk this down a little bit until I get to that groove here. And then I'm going to work it in just a little. Okay. We're going to go a little further. I feel like I came too far down, but again, it doesn't matter. It will be matted in the end with decorative paper. Cut that. And oops. I feel like it might be too long, you guys. All right, let's do it like this. Oh, okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, I just wanted to check. So again, I'm going to do this number, and now we have our covers. A solid cover to start with, right? Okay, so I think we're going to leave it here, and then it really just depends. I've been messing around a little bit with some cover ideas. Just really depends on, I'm not really sure exactly what I want to put on the cover, but I've got an idea. I've got two ideas. I've got several ideas. But I'm not sure if we're going to do that next. We're either going to do the outside covers, which I don't usually do the decorative part of the covers, or we're going to go on and add the binding and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. So we're just going to stop there. Again, make sure you leave a comment to enter into the giveaway. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. It's very important that you are a subscriber to my channel. Turn that bell notification on so that you don't miss anything. And I do know it is the holiday season right now, so I know a lot of you guys are busy. So there is always the playlist that you can follow. You can start If you've already watched the intro to the set of templates, you can just come down to this video and start there. You can always go back to that playlist, which I've always got linked below, and you can go and order just in case you missed something. Okay? All right, you guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.